Hi guys, ArchieLuxury, and who do I recommend in America? In America, who do I recommend for quality pre-owned wristwatches? David SW, David SW, David SW. Go to davidsw.com. He is the best, the greatest pre-owned dealer in all of the United States of America. David SW, David SW, David SW. Hey guys, Archie Luxury on the Archie Luxury channel. Guys, I wanted to mention something in this community here. And I wanted to mention that I find it quite funny that if you have a fight in this community with somebody, they immediately start picking at the watches that you have. And it's funny because I've had my personality. I've had a number of brawls over the years with people. And the beautiful thing about this is they very subtly think, I'll get back at him by criticizing his watches. Just have a little bit of a dig. And it's absolutely hilarious. I love it that they think I would be influenced by them. If they could only be so important and their opinions could actually count, it's hilarious. And I've always said this: if someone is an asshole and they've got a beautiful watch, the watch is still beautiful. It makes no difference whether the person is questionable or not. That is a variable which really doesn't matter, doesn't shift. The watch is still beautiful. And I've particularly seen this. I've seen this with the watch doesn't make you successful. And I mean, if you think back to how cigarette commercials were sort of shot, they were kind of portrayed as status symbols. I mean, you had the Maserati, you had the gold watch, the big yacht. If you couldn't afford any of that, you could still at least afford the cigarette. So it's success by association. And I got to tell you, so many people in this industry here, they start attacking each other by criticizing the watches that mean something to an individual. And I've had this fight. There's a certain watch dealer who actually he was actually a really good friend. He paid for me to go to Bangkok. He paid, actually this shirt I'm wearing was actually paid for by him as a gift. Thank you so much. And we had a bit of a row. We had a falling out. And suddenly, my world time is the worst world time. It's never wanted, not popular, nobody wants it, because he's trying to hurt me. And I had another falling out with one of the crew. I don't want to go into it. I don't want to get into personalities, but actually, a couple crew have said this. They say, oh, he's got girl size, lady size Patek's, girl size Patek's. And I'd never buy a girl size. They just try and, how do I say it? They try and hurt you by attacking the collectibles you have. And it's hilarious. See, I've always said just because someone's an asshole doesn't make their watch horrible. You know, it doesn't change. These are innate objects. They don't influence the person at all. And it's quite funny. People are very sensitive. And it's quite funny in this space here. We can do this to to try and inflict pain. And I got to be completely honest with you. I've done the same thing. I remember I was having a dispute with a certain up-and-comer, and I invented the term the shitter just to attack him. You know? Just to attack him. And it's probably one of the greatest bits of work I've done is besides the wristwatch check, I'm wearing an Explorer 2, besides inventing the wristwatch check on YouTube, I think inventing the term shitter is probably some of the best work I've done. But it's quite funny when you have an argument with somebody, when you're friends with them. Oh, cool paddocks, cool this, cool that, yeah. When you have a fallout, they want to stick it to you. They want to criticize your toys. And it makes you think, what did these people really think of you when they were friends? Did they have these same feelings when they were your friend and they were just bullshitting you? They were just lying to you because you were friends with them? Or did they genuinely think these watches were cool, and as they saw, say, some reptilian side of your own personality, they decided these watches suck? I'm curious. I'm curious to know the truth here, because I gotta tell you, it's funny. I've had arguments with people, and then they subtly try and attack me, not saying anything about complete blanket ban on mentioning me, but very clever, subtly attacking the watches that I own. And it's quite funny. And then when I happen to sell a particular watch, then, it's the greatest, and that's my favorite, and they're amazing. It's quite hilarious. When I sold my 40mm Explorer 2 Polar, suddenly that was the cool one. That was the one to have. Suddenly when I sold the 600s, it's like they kind of get joy in telling you that you had the cool thing and you sold it. They would just want to rub it in there. And this is the whole thing. You shouldn't really develop your opinions based on other people's opinions. You've got to really think about it yourself. In my own case, I actually like my World Time, because I remember I was in Pattaya. I was swimming in the pool, and I was thinking, I was a bit depressed. I thought, what watch would I buy if I had $1 million? I thought to myself, what do I really want? And I thought, you know what? I want the current model, which was a 5110 World Time. That's what I wanted. And I remember swimming and thinking, what color metal would I want? I'd like the platinum, but that's too ridiculous, too ostentatious. I'd go for the white gold. I remember thinking this, and it's quite funny. It's quite funny. They think that they can hurt my feelings by criticizing the watches that I have. But, I just look back. I look back. I suppose this is the joy of getting older. The thing that I loved about the World Time was, I remember I'd already was getting Patek magazine, because I had a 3919, and on the cover of Watch Time, they sent me a complimentary Patek version of Watch Time. They had the Patek 5110 on the cover of Watch Time. And I've still got that magazine. That magazine said, that's what I loved about it. So it doesn't matter. People who've had a fight with me, that's not going to stop me loving it, because you suddenly want to sort of start attacking me. And You know, it's like somebody who gets the wrong buckle for the watch, you know. I don't even mention that, hey guys, you got the wrong clasp. You bought the wrong one. It didn't actually come with that. I don't mention that. I just let it go. Just let it go, because I can't think of anything worse than somebody got a Patek and it had the wrong buckle. That would really annoy me. It would really drive me crazy. I don't think I could handle having the wrong sort of buckle on my Patek. I don't mind having a girl-sized Patek, but having the wrong buckle, it drives me crazy. And it's also like my annual calendar, which is a bit small. I love it. That's why I love it, is because it is so ridiculously small. It's 37 mil, but I think it wears like a 35. And the whole thing with that is it's not because it's lusted after by flippers and things like that. The reason I love it was I got it for my 40th. And it has such a story. I sold it. My wife had a car accident. I sold it to buy her a piano. The advert for that particular model was a guy teaching his son piano. And I just thought, you know what? The story. And I wanted my 5035 back. And I managed to buy it back. I managed to buy it back because the guy who sold it to me said, hey, do you want to buy it back? I'm not desperate for the money, but hey, he does a bit with cars and that. He's the guy with the Lamborghini. And I bought it back, and yeah, that was a really good decision. It's not about pleasing people. And the thing I really wonder is if these foul comments coming out of their mouth, if they thought that when they were friends with me but lied to me, are they real friends? Or do they really not believe that? They're just trying to have a dig, you know? I don't know, but it's I gotta tell you, the joys of being in the watch game, it's like schoolyard. It's like being in grade 3. You got to look at this psychology and see how you can hurt the other person. Very nasty stuff, guys. Very nasty. But I'm the pontiff. Tell me what you're thinking, guys. And guys, I will catch you in the next one with my girly Explorer 2 and my girly Pateks and my girly Speedy, girly Reverso, girly watches. See you in the next one. And at least they don't have the wrong buckle on it. Could you imagine having the wrong buckle? Hey guys, check out one of my best friends, Jamie Opulence, on YouTube. Just go to Jamie Opulence on YouTube. A fantastic channel from my good friend Jamie. Check it out, guys. Hey guys, ArchieLuxury. Guys, I want to introduce a new service to you. ValueYourWatch.com. Proud supporters of ArchieLuxury. No seller's fees, no buyer's fees. That's right, guys. This is a trading platform to buy or sell watches. You can start selling for free. That's right. We advertise our paying subscribers on Google, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn. It's a global platform. That's right, guys. Get $50 off the annual subscription by applying the coupon Archie when you check in there. But guys, you can try this for free straight away. Guys, you can start listing watches. ValueYourWatch.com. Give it a try and tell me what you guys think of that.
All these neck just wanna be a mini me. All these neck just wanna be a mini me. All these neck just wanna be a mini me. Feeling me, any me. All these neck just wanna be a mini me. All these neck just wanna be a mini me. All these neck just wanna be a mini me. Feeling me, any me. All these neck just wanna be a mini me. All these neck just wanna be a mini me. All these neck just wanna be a mini me. Feeling me, any me. All these neck just wanna be a mini me. All these neck just wanna be a mini me. All these neck.
Like, subscribe. Subscribe and tell your friends, and don't be afraid to get a paid review. $50 for a paid review. It helps me stay full-time on YouTube, and I will see you in the next one. $50 paid review. I can't survive on Google Ads. I need your support. And guys, you could also sponsor me on Patreon. Patreon allows you to pay as little as $1 a month to keep me on YouTube.
Hey guys, ArchieLuxury. Who do I recommend for watches in Brisbane and Sydney? Vintage Watch Co. That's correct. Vintage Watch Co. in Brisbane Arcade in Brisbane and the Strand Arcade in Sydney. Vintage Watch Co. Brisbane and Sydney. Ronnie, I've known him since the late 90s. Ronnie is a top bloke. Luke is a great guy. Vintage Watch Co. That is who I recommend in Australia. Check out Vintage Watch Co. and the guys' amazing range of watches. They also do service and repairs. Vintage Watch Co. That is where the Pontiff goes. You know, some of my Pateks came from Vintage Watch Co. That's right, guys. Vintage Watch Co.